Hello, my party people. Happy Monday. Gonna make some cacao. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Those aren't my words. Those are Carl Jung's words. But this quote is so profound because it truly is such a privilege to become who you actually are. And for anyone who's like, what do you mean who I actually am? I am who I am, and this is who I am. Well, kind of. Yeah, you are who you are. But we have so many layers of conditioning and pressures and all of this stuff put upon us that until we stop and truly look within ourselves, we start to peel back these layers. We're operating from the lens of these conditionings rather than from the lens of what we actually value and what we actually desire. I talked about this, and somehow I'll link it below, when I went to see a monk talk here in Bali, and he talked about how we look at our life as if we're looking through water that's been dyed with food coloring. And the idea is that to become truly yourself, you have to clear the water. You have to bring it back to transparency, back to your core, your factory mode, let's say. I think Carl Jung calls it a privilege because it's not something everybody does. And it's not something everybody has courage to do. So if you have the courage to do it, to look within yourself and to stand up against all of the conditionings that have been placed on you that don't sit with you correctly, that don't feel aligned, then you get the privilege of living from your truth, which is the ultimate privilege, because nothing can touch you when you are operating from your truth and your inner essence. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of you, because you are so rooted and so grounded in yourself that there's so much peace within you that it really doesn't matter what other people are saying. The pressures that you feel, they kind of just bounce off of you because you're not worried about pleasing others. You're worried about staying aligned with yourself. And that is so empowering.